Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Money Hub. Bill Gates is one of the most famous people on the planet for excellent reasons. Although he's not as glamorous as his longtime rival and sometimes almost friends, the latest Steve Jobs, he is nonetheless an interesting figure in his own right. In part, this is because Gates was one of the co-founders of Microsoft, meaning that his name is not just synonymous with wealth, but also with the fundamental way computers have changed our lives in recent decades. However, it should also be noted that there is much more to the man than his business acumen, seeing as though he has reduced his involvement with the tech titan in order to focus more and more on philanthropic endeavors through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. As a result, he remains just as influential a figure in the world now as when he was the CEO of Microsoft, albeit with a different focus for a different time. Most people know three things about Bill Gates. Number one, he is the most richest man in the world. Number two, he co-founded one of the most successful tech companies of all time in Microsoft. And number three, he's an extremely generous philanthropist through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. But despite his philanthropic efforts and online presence, there are a lot of things about Bill Gates that many are unaware of. Today we're going to take a look at 14 strange things people ignore about Bill Gates. But before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button to enter our monthly shoutout giveaway. Just comment down below saying I subscribed and we'll enter you into the giveaway. Number 1. In his childhood, Gates attended one of the few schools in the whole of the United States to have a school computer at the time. Many people say it was this luck alone that brought him down to his incredible career path. As a result, he wrote his first computer program on a General Electric computer when he was still a student at Lakeside Prep School. Like a lot of school projects, it was a simple game that pitted the player against the computer with his choice of being tic-tac-toe. Number 2. A lot of tech entrepreneurs started out by dropping out of college in order to focus on their tech companies. Gates is one of the most famous examples of this trend, but his success should not be seen as a cause for others to follow in his footsteps without a serious care and consideration. After all, his career shows that he had the right skills in the right time and the right place to succeed, which is not something that all college dropouts can claim. In 1975, Gates was arrested for speeding while driving without a driver's license, while in 1977, Gates was arrested a second time for running a red light while driving without a driver's license. These are the only times that he has been arrested, though it might be interesting to note that he has had famous encounters with the legal system because of antitrust litigation against the company that he headed. Number 4. Despite Microsoft's international presence, as well as his philanthropic endeavors in countries situated all around the world, Gates speaks nothing but English. With that said, it is worth pointing out that he has mentioned this as the single biggest regret of his life. It's hard to believe that one of the smartest men in history can only speak English, especially in this day and age. Number 5. Although Gates is no longer either the CEO or the chairman of the board of Microsoft, he retains a role as an advisor to Satya Nadella, who is the current CEO. To paraphrase Gates' own words on the matter, he is sort of an assistant who remembers important things so that he can point them out to the decision makers to make sure that they get the time and attention they deserve. Number 6. Gates has a strong interest in artificial intelligence, so much so that he says that he would have become an artificial intelligence researcher if Microsoft had not met with such success. However, he is one of those people who are interested in artificial intelligence but also cautious about its existence, which is something that he shares with a number of other famous names in the field of science and tech, such as Elon Musk and Stephen Hawking. After all, superhuman intelligence means superhuman potential, which in turn means the power to do great good as well as great harm. Number 7. His musical tastes are orientated towards alternative rock. To be precise, he has stated that his favorite band is the American rock band Weezer, which is known for its range of sounds and range of styles. Other favorites include both U2 and Spinal Tap, though chances are good that more modern music lovers are more familiar with the first than the latter. Number 8. Even though he lived in the time of Italian Renaissance, Leonardo da Vinci retains his power to captivate the human imagination, with Gates being no exception to this rule. As a result, it should come as no surprise to learn that one of the biggest splurges was $30.8 million spent on an auction for the Codex Leicester, which is a collection of famous inventors' scientific drawings. Number 9. There was a bit of luck involved in Gates' initial success, which is not uncommon with successful entrepreneurs. In short, he had initially been approached by IBM to create an operating system for its new personal computer, but referred to them as one of his competitors. However, said individuals missed out on the opportunities presented to them, which convinced Gates to step up by licensing an operating system from another competitor before repackaging it as DOS for IBM, thus laying down the first stone and foundation of Microsoft's latter dominance of the marketing for operating systems. Number 10. Gates met his wife, Melinda, through work. To be precise, the then-named Melinda French had just started working as a product marketing manager at Microsoft when she met with him at an expo dinner. They managed to keep their relationship as an open secret at the company for years and years, but chose to make it public when they became engaged in 1993 before getting married in 1994. Number 11. Given his philanthropic endeavors, it should come as no surprise to learn that Gates plans to donate 95% of his fortune to charitable causes rather than leave the bulk to his children. He has stated that in the past that he plans to leave no more than $10 million to each of his children because leaving them more than that amount would do them no good. It is interesting to note that Gates' philanthropic endeavors are probably rooted in his family background, seeing as how his mother actually served on the board of directors for an organization that is as prestigious as the United Way. Number 12. During the dot-com boom of the 90s, Gates saw his fortune soar like a lot of the other tech entrepreneurs. In fact, his fortune soared so much, so fast, that the media actually came up with a new word to describe his relatively short-lived net worth of more than $100 billion. Rather appropriately, that word was centibillionaire, which basically means 100 times billionaire. Unfortunately, neither the word nor the situation that necessitated it lasted long, seeing as how the dot-com boom remains one of the more famous examples of an economic bubble, though more because of its proximity than because of its egregiousness. Number 13. Gates is not the only business magnate with an interest in making the world a better place to live in. Famously, this can be seen in the example of the Gates Giving Pledge, which saw Gates as well as two of his friends, Mark Zuckerberg and Warren Buffett, promising to donate half of their wealth to charitable causes. For people who are unfamiliar with the other two men, Zuckerberg is a co-founder of Facebook, while Buffett is one of the most famous and one of the most successful investors on Wall Street. Number 14. Despite his business acumen, Gates has also been known to make incorrect predictions from time to time. For example, he once predicted that email spam would be eliminated within no more than 2 years in 2004, which is proven false by the fact that email spam is still popping up on a regular basis in email inboxes throughout the world. Unfortunately, this case shows that human ingenuity can be put to use doing great good as well as something that can be called seemingly perpetual irritation, if not necessarily great evil. Guys, this does bring us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our content in the future. Also guys, please do check out one of the 2 videos you're seeing on screen right now. It really does help us out. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video.